G'day all, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to paint a scene looking out from the rocks here, looking out to the water. So I'll just get over and I'll show you what I'm looking at. Okay, so I'm looking at this scene here. I want to paint the rocks on the left there with the water heading out into the bay there, with the mountains on the other side and the sky, and I'll throw some of these trees down overhanging. So that's the plan. I'll show you my gear set up over here. Gee, it was cold this morning. Beautiful weather, but freezing cold. We're at the back end of winter here in Australia. So here we go, I've got everything set up here. So my rocks will be there, the stream will be going out, and the mountains on the other side and the sky. Sand in light there, sand in shadow there. Got all my paints here: coal wax medium, viridian, yellow ochre, lemon yellow. I'm using cad red. I'm using magenta, ultramarine blue, burnt sienna, cobalt blue, and titanium white. So that's the plan. Paint that scene out there. Let's get into this one. Okay, with my sky here, I've got cobalt blue and white. Just soften that in a bit. It's got a nice blue to it. What I'm going to do here, I've got my coal wax medium. Put a bit of that. I put about a third to the paint I use of that in. Gives a great matte finish. That's it, just mix that in like that. Bit muddy there. This brush is a little bit muddy from my wash. That's okay, I'll give a little bit of atmosphere to it. And I'll come back over it with a pure colour. Always go a little bit darker as you look up. I'll just clean my brush here. Okay, what I've got here is I've got the shadow colour of the mountain on the other side of the bay. When you look at it, it looks green, but it looks more like a ultramarine coloured blue. So I've done the whole area of that colour. Shush bird. I've done the whole area of that colour, but I'm going to come over my highlights and I'm going to leave little bits and pieces of the shadow undercolour there. So when you look over, you can see the highlights on top of the shadows. So that's what I'll be doing next. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to mix that highlighted colour on the mountains on the other side. I've got my original colour there, so I'm going to use a little bit of sky, mix that in with it. I'm going to add some yellow ochre, a bit of coal wax medium. Now that's close, but because the sun is shining, it's a high key. So, but before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over with this colour first, because that's closer to the shadow colour, and I'm going to pick out some areas where I'll be putting this colour down. Then I'll come lighter again and put the highlights on the mountain. Okay, now the highlight colours of that mountain. Add a bit of sky. Bit of coal wax medium, bit of yellow ochre and white. Okay, so my light will be coming from the right of the painting. That's why with the mountains, the shadows will be on the left. This mountain on the other side there. Okay, so I've done my sand here. Now what I'm doing now is going to do the shadow of the sand. So I've added ultramarine blue and a bit of burnt sienna to that. Hopefully that colour will be right. Just using the sky colour to do the highlight on the top of the rocks. As you can see, like a light blue green colour. So I'll be using the sky colour, add a little bit of variety into it. Okay folks, let's have a look at the painting. Okay, so what I've got here, the rocks, the water heading out. Now the water shape changed as I was painting, and I didn't want to, you can see there, I didn't want to change it as I had it going off like that in the angle, and then I think as the tide's coming in, or obviously the water running out, it's changed shape, but I'll leave it like that. So that's the painting. wind's picking up there, folks. So anyway, that's the painting. Thanks for coming along, and I'll catch you in the next one. Arigato.